A customer mailed over a PS5 to us back in November 2024. Wednesday, November 27, the customer wrote, he created a ticket and he wrote, PS5 cuts off, thought it was fan overheating, but turns out they say fan good, it's motherboard, recommended y'all. And this customer was referred to us by UNI-T. Now, on December 2024, December 6, we received the package. We sent the customer a message. Package arrived, expedited service requested. The customer paid for expedited service, $95. And on December 10th, 4 days after we received the package, we fixed it and we told the customer, we sent him a message. Dolly sent him a message. Hello, great news. Your device is fixed and ready to ship out. An invoice will be emailed to you shortly and the package will ship out after payment. Payment sent by the customer on 12/10 and package shipped out on 12/12. The customer received the package on November 16th, 2024. The customer sent us a message on January 10th, 2025, and he said, PS5 not cutting on now, or not turning on. He meant to say not turning on now. Haven't played it since y'all fixed motherboard. So he has not played that PS5 since y'all fixed his motherboard. So Dolly replied and she said that you have 60 days warranty. Feel free to send it back if you have any issues, like we do with every customer. We want every customer to have the peace of mind that if he sends over a device to us or he brings in a device to us, we fix it, they have 60 days warranty in case anything goes wrong within the initial ticket notes. If we fix Wi-Fi for a customer came in with a laptop, his Wi-Fi is not working, and we fix Wi-Fi for him, and then he comes back after 1 month, oh, my screen is not working. Screen has nothing to do with Wi-Fi. This does not apply. Warranty does not apply for that laptop. So as long as the device that failed is within the initial ticket notes, then we will honor the warranty. We'll take it in, we'll work on it again, and we will ship it back to the customer. We will pay the return shipping cost. No charge to the customer. Big Boss disassembled the console, and I want you to take a look at this Hiroshima of a liquid metal. Look at this. Not only do we have liquid metal, but I see a lot of burnt components due to the short circuit caused by that liquid metal. And if you look at the housing, look at this mess. My question to the customer is, what were you smoking when you applied that much liquid metal, not realizing that you created a Hiroshima on the board? What brand of a smoke were you smoking for you to do this mess, to create this mess? That's what I want to know. You think we're gonna honor warranty on a mess like this? I took pictures. We will send them over to the customer, and we let him know that his device is not covered under warranty. Right off the bat, I see a burnt chip on back of the board where liquid metal was applied, and God knows what else is burned on the board because of the short circuit that liquid metal created. Let's go under the microscope quick. Put the light down. Look at this. Liquid metal over every component on that board. Everything is shorting out. And I would not be surprised if we have, and look at this, we have a burnt chip here also. That's a blown chip. Look at this. We have burnt components here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The reason I gave the customer an option for us to try to fix it, even though there's like a 20% chance repairing this motherboard. If we have any issues with the CPU or with memory or with the hard drive or whatever, then we're not going to be able to fix it. But I did give the customer the option so he does not feel like we just left him hanging. Even though he created this mess, I gave him 4 options. Option number 1, we can fix it, $295, and $295 is nothing, but we already charged him to fix it the first time, so I do not want to charge him more than that price. Option number 2, he's going to pay a huge bench fee if we're not able to do it, because we're going to put the effort, we're going to replace the burnt chips, we're going to get rid of liquid metal. It's a nightmare of a job. I would rather not work on this, but I do not want to leave the customer hanging. Number 3, we can send it back to him in its current condition. He's going to have to pay for return shipping. Or number 4, we can recycle it and call it off for the day. Close the ticket. That's how you get negative reviews. Anytime you see a negative review, do not just go by what you see, because we get put in situations like this where you have no control over and it costs you a negative review. What can you do? Part of business. We're going to end the video right here. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.